KWT slaying.
Salama family, salama. How y'all doing today? Hope you're blessed, highly favored. So we're gonna we're gonna talk about the Haggadah map. Just a little, few things on that. And for the moderators, please use your power. It was given to you for a reason. And one of the things to look out for is anyone talking about America being our homeland. Remove that comment, please, and any other stuff that's out of order. Also, I find it interesting, you have certain people that's not part of the Israelite community who, want to say things like, it's just funny. They want to tell us we can't read maps. I'm like, we can't read maps. Okay, well, first of all, we're dealing with ancient maps. Can you read it? But at the same time, I was in ROTC. I know how to read maps. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying. So also, we have, people trying to tell us about crocodiles being in the Americas. I'm like, first of all, let's do some research first, please. I find it interesting that, a lot of people want to tell us what we're doing wrong, what we should be doing, and how we should see things. I'm like, well, why are you here? Why are you here? I'm like, why do they care what we believe? Why do they follow us all the time? Why, if we do a show, they come right behind us and do another show? I'm not following them like that because I'm not interested. So I guess it's the same old thing. We learn to break dance. They want to break dance. We learn to rap. They want to rap. I'm just saying. I guess that's how it is, Israel. Sort of like the Dr. Dre commercial. I don't know if y'all saw it. I thought it was excellent. And, Dr. Dre commercial says, you love the music, but you don't love me though, right? Right? You love the way I dance, but you don't love me though, right? You love the way I sing, but you don't love me though, right? That's true. That's true. Everything we do and entertain the flesh, they love that. But you don't love me though, right? You just watch me get shot in the street, but you don't love me though, right? I know I'm going on, family. I know, and this is supposed to be a short coffee break. So let's do that. Let's talk about this. Let's talk. So this is our business. We don't care what you all think. For you all who come in behind us, we don't care. We don't care whether you agree with us or not. All right. So in the video I did called The Promised Land, has the Promised Land been found? We talked about the Haggadah map. And I showed you how the coastline and the shape of the landmass looks like Negro land. And I've also showed you how the image in the lower corner, right? We discussed this. That image right there represents Africa. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of the show, one guy wants to send me an email and say, well, crocodiles are native to the Americas. Trying to tell me there's no crocodiles in Africa. I'm like, really? Why don't they do some research before they try to correct us? That's what I want to know. Why do they correct us before they discuss things with us? That's what I want to know. I'm just saying. Look, these people don't know their history. They definitely don't know our history, and they definitely don't know the Bible. I'm just saying. But anyway, this is where we left off. We were talking about the Haggadah map. Now, I just wanted to show you some things that I find very interesting. So we know from, if you all want to saw the video associated with that I had in the links, right? And based upon what we saw with the Mercator Atlas, we saw that this particular image here is the personification of Africa. Okay? The personification of Africa. That's a fact. So what I wanted to do is do some comparisons, right? So if you look at this map here, family, you will see this is the coastline off of Guinea, right? Does that not look similar to what we saw? Does that not look similar to what we saw in the Haggadah map? So I'm like, okay, so two things we know. We know that the Haggadah map was an example or a map of the Holy Land, okay, according to the people who created the map. It was a map of the Holy Land. Now, on that map was written Hebrew, right? Now, maybe we ought to get to some point in getting somebody to translate that in the future. That'll be great. But we know that the image that was in the corner of that map, according to the Mercator Atlas, represented Africa. Okay, now look at this coastline. It's similar to what we saw, right? Now, the similarities, they don't stop there. Now, this is a close-up of the Mercator map, right? Okay, see these mountains right here, or hills, or whatever you want to call it? Okay. Take a look at that. All right. Y'all see that? I'm just saying, just take a close look. This is the Mercator map. Okay, you can see the Hebrew written there. We need to get that translated. But it ain't no big deal to me. I don't really care, But I think we're gonna be out of here soon anyway, so it don't matter to me. That's just my opinion. I don't care. I know people gonna come around and try to, do some hit piece on it. That's fine. I don't care. Right. So hold on one sec, family. All right, so this is the Haggadah map, close up of it. Now let's look at the close up of the Guinea map. All right. Now this is a close up of the Guinea map. All right. Coincidence? Now we know, these maps aren't exact to scale, right? It's not going to be the scale. But we got some similar patterns here, similar coastline, similar landmass. And we know from the layout of the image in the lower right corner that it symbolized or represent or was the personification of Africa, right? Now here's another close-up of the Haggadah map. Look at that coastline. Look at the divisions of these nations or whatever. It would be nice to get that translated. Maybe we can in the future. But, I'm going to say this right now. Before UA comes, before other people come, I'm not going to do a show and go through what you all did with Pastor Kelly on the pews. Oh, we got to get them translated. I'm not going to do that. Right? If I want to do it, I'm going to do it for me. I'm not going to do it for you. I'm just saying, if you want to get it translated, go get it translated. That'd be great. You'll help me out. But I'm not playing y'all game. Y'all follow us. We don't follow you. I don't have to Hey, family, sorry about that. If y'all can hear me, please put a one in the chat. If y'all can hear me, put a one in the chat. All right, great. Sorry about that, family. Had the internet guy over here. I didn't know he was here, and you know, he temporarily disconnected things, so I was down for a few minutes. So, anyway, let me go back to where I was. Once again, sorry for the interruption. Um, so what I was sharing next was this image of Guinea close up. And you can compare that to what we were looking at with the Haggadah map. So we can see a lot of similarities here, right, between this coastline, right, and also the mountains, right, uh, uh, in comparison to the Guinea map and the Haggadah map. So, and also, if we want to be honest, we need to compare to modern Israel. I'm just saying, no comparison. Even if you were to look at the Mediterranean and try to compare that coastline to what we call modern Israel, there's no comparison. None whatsoever. So the other thing, what do we have? We know for a fact that the image represents the image in the lower right corner of the Haggadah map represents Africa, right? We're going to go back to that and look at that one more time. We looked at this when I was doing the Promised Land video. We looked at the Mercator Atlas. Now, what do we see here? We see a man or a woman or whatever that is. I guess is a woman riding a crocodile, right, with a parasol, right, and some arrows in her hand, right. It says Africa. And and if you didn't see the other video, family, go back and watch the Promised Land video. It gives you some more details. Also, go look at the video and the different maps, right? Because we also had the Cottonian map in there as well, and there's some comparisons there. So what do we know for a fact here, right? We got a similar coastline. We have a similar layout of the mountains, right? And we have this personification of Africa that tells us that map was dealing with Africa. Now, some people are gonna say, well, like this crazy dude I was telling you told me about the crocodiles being native to the Americas. I'm like, well, I have a question for you. Did you do any research on that, or are you speaking out of your mind, out of your mouth, right? With no knowledge, or are you just regurgitating something out of emotions? Because people will do that because they don't want you to be Israel, right? So they're regurgitating things without doing one shred of research, right? So here's the interesting thing. So this is the sacred crocodiles of Bazule, which is in Burkina Faso. Now, look at this interesting thing. I just want to show you this. It seems to be a common thing here for European people to sit on top of a crocodile. I'm just saying. This is in Africa. The personification of Africa had a person sitting on the crocodile. Now, maybe that's a coincidence. Maybe that's a coincidence. Now, once again, I'm not going to share any sound on this one. I just want you to see it. I just want you to see it. It seems to be a common thing with Europeans to sit on crocodiles in Africa. I'm just saying. So maybe there's a reason why they use the crocodile with a person sitting on it because it seems to be a common thing with them. I'm just saying. When does coincidence stop being coincidence? So I just wanted to bring this out, family. I just wanted to share a little more with you, just a little coffee break. It's not a teaching, right? I'm just saying, let's go where the evidence go. Let's look at why things are the way they are. Let's ask ourselves some questions. Let's not be like the people who are racist and say we can't read maps. We can't read maps because you don't want to agree with us because what? Because you racist. How are you going to say we can't read maps, but you don't know us? So maybe there's a reason why they have this image of a person sitting on a crocodile in Africa. I'm just saying. It's sort of like when they went against Pastor Kelly on the pews, right? Well, how do we know that's Hebrew? We don't know Hebrew, that's Hebrew, and nobody can interpret that. I can't interpret that, right? And then what happened? They better wipe all that egg off their face because now they're embarrassed because guess what? Somebody can read it as Sola Trio Hebrew. See, you know why? You know why they do this and they keep getting those L's? Do you want to know why? Because they don't care other than the fact that we say we Israel. They don't care about the information. They don't want to know if it's true. They don't want to know the history. They want to go with the paradigm that was given to them by our enslavers. So I just wanted to share this with y'all, family. There's a reason why, more than likely, they use the image of the person sitting on a crocodile for Africa. And so Europeans don't come to me and tell me crocodiles are native of America, not Africa. Go to Burkina Faso. And there's similarities to the maps, right? So I just wanted to share this with y'all, family, because, they're going to always attack no matter what we do. They're going to do hit pieces no matter what we do. I'm sure this will be the next one. It's either this or the 400 years. They can't let it go. But I'm not playing the game. I'm not playing the game now. I might, I'm willing to talk about historical stuff like this because one thing I can say, even the archaeologists have a problem with the modern Israel fulfilling what the Bible says. They can't find the historical, nations and not nations. Well, yeah, nations of people as well, but the wars and stuff like that. They can't find examples of that in the modern Israel. So something's wrong with modern location of Israel. See, we're doing all the research, we're doing all of the study, all of the receipts. We're bringing all of the receipts, and what do they do? I don't think this. I don't think that. You know why you don't think it? Because you're racist. And then the other ones who say, I don't think this, I don't think that, got to do a whole hit piece on this thing. You Israel, it's the little animals with the mask on. You know what I'm saying, family? The little animals with the mask on. That's who the black ones are. So, I'm not here to present or convince other people of anything. And I'm not even here to convince you, Israel. This is just information I think is interesting, right? I think it's something we should share. We should discuss amongst the community. And I don't care what anybody else says, right? And I think when it comes to who we are, it don't matter what anyone says. I'm like, okay, we got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of historical documents that prove who we are. Now we got maps that seems to show the promised land is more than likely Negro land. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And see, we're not doing this to convince y'all, you haters. Y'all don't even know y'all Bible, so we know you ain't gonna know no history. We're not doing this to convince y'all or nothing. This is for us. We learning our history. We trying to find out how much y'all lied to us, because we already know you lied. We trying to just decide how much y'all lied to us. And the devil deceived the whole world. Peace and blessings, Israel. Your captivity is ending. Love you with the love of the Messiah. The second Exodus is near, family. I believe it. Love you with the love of the Messiah.